Make sure you feel good about it. Okay. Make sure the points that we establish are all set. Getting you the points that you need for today. And then I'm going to have you start on tomorrow's homework. Now I have to go get I have a note sheet for you. I gotta go grab that. Talk to me. That's yours. Put your name on it, please, and hand it in with today's. There's another no-namer going out there too, and if it happens to be yours, will you put your name on it as well? The second no-namer? Okay, well, the second no-namer needs to find a home.
You left me.
All right, we're going to go over the homework, but these notes that are coming out to you are all of the problems on your homework.
Right.
So you can jot down on here notes, and you can also make any corrections on your homework if you'd like as well. But I would do the notes on here as well that I'm going over. What I do? What? Oh. Who said one more? Oh, I did count right. Someone's just stealing all of them. That's okay. All right. As soon as that clicks on, we should be good to go.
Do we have homework tonight?
We will.
Do we have a free day?
Free day. No free days.
I love it. Like unique.
You want me to write it down?
What? This is mine.
No namer? Put your name on it and hand it in with today's, okay?
I think people should start doing push-ups whenever they don't have a meeting. What? You know how women do
I get football.
You know how people don't put their names, they should do push-ups, like 20 push-ups.
Okay.
Why are you just want to say let's
Easy.
do push-ups?
It's
I
easy
can't
to
even do
watch.
one push-up. I can do
20
one.
push-ups are easy. I can do 6.
No, I
You should
need
raise
like
your
a
name.
hella pull.
Jacob, how many push-ups?
Trophy. to scroll
All right.
No. just take
Hey,
it.
Freddie, will you turn the lights down for us, please?
Legs.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. This goes along with the notes that you have or your homework. So I would say kind of let's go on both. So we're solving each of these equations. This first one, they wanted us to solve for P. Agreed?
Agreed.
So how am I going to move this over? It's plus 2L. What do you think?
Just like
Is it divide or is it subtract?
subtract.
Why is it subtract, not divide?
Because it's a positive.
Yeah, because I am adding right there. So if I subtract 2L from both sides,
So it's A.
So then I get P is equal to A
2L.
minus 2L.
Let's go.
And that's it. Questions on that? Did you write the notes down that you needed?
Yeah.
You have
Wait,
every
wait.
single problem.
That's what's I plan on. And then after I do that, I will then assign you something, and then I was going to talk to each and every student kind of about where your grades are, like just individually talk to everyone individually
Ooh.
about all grades, not just this grade.
Ooh.
Cool.
Let's get that.
All right. W equals mg. How are m and g being held together right now?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. I want m by itself, so what do I have to divide both sides by? Divide by g. So I find that m is equal to w over g. Done. What do you think? May I move on?
Yes.
Are you taking the appropriate notes for yourself?
Maybe.
Okay.
Wait a second.
F equals m times a. We want to solve for a. How is our m and a being held together?
Multiplication.
What undoes multiplication?
Division.
Division. So a is equal to f over m. Feeling okay about it so far?
Is that a 2, an S, or what?
That's an A. I make my A like that. I don't make my 2 big like that. I don't make my A like that.
Wait, so where do we have two?
That's my 2. My A.
This is Z.
Oh.
Let's talk more about your drawing.
Alright, now number 4, I have A equals 2 and then parentheses L plus W. So, a couple ways we could look at this. I could distribute the 2. That might be the easier of the things to do. So I get this. Agree?
Yes.
And I still want to get this W by itself. So how am I going to start moving things around now?
Subtraction.
I'm not going to subtract W. I want that to be by itself. I'm not going to divide by W. I'm going to leave W right there. Subtract 2L. There you go. So these are going to cancel over here. So I have A minus 2L is equal to 2W. How are 2 and W being held together? Yeah, I'm going to divide by 2. They're held together by multiplication, yes? So those cancel, so I find that W is equal to A minus 2L over 2. Is that okay?
Yes.
Again, we're isolating the variable. We have multiple variables up there. Can I move on? This one I want to get y all by itself. So this one I would subtract 2x from both sides first. Can I combine 6 and 2x together to get a bigger number? Or are they unlike terms? They are unlike terms. So I can either write it as 6 minus 2x, or I could have went negative 2x plus 6. It's your choice. There's really not a more right or a more wrong. How are negative 3 and y being held together now? Multiplication. So to undo it, I'm going to divide everything by negative 3. So those cancel. So I get y is equal to, what's 6 over negative 3?
Negative 2.
Negative
1.5.
a little bigger. 3 goes into 6 how many times?
Wow.
Two.
Negative 2. And then I have negative over negative, agreed? I have a negative here and a negative here. So negative over negative is
Positive.
positive. So I get positive, come on, go green. Positive 2 over 3x. Hey, how are 2/3 and x being held together in that problem?
Division.
No. Well, multiplication, I'm going 2/3 times x, right? It's okay to move on?
Yes.
Okay. Number 5, v equals pi, and then r happens to be squared, and then times h. So v, or pi, r squared, and h are all being held together by multiplication, and the undo of multiplication is division. So this cancels that, and that leaves me h equals v over pi r squared. Okay? You feel okay? Can I move on?
Yes.
Thank you. Number 7, I want to get y by itself. So I think if I multiply both sides by 2, I'll multiply that by 2 over 1, and I'll multiply this side by 2. 2 over 1 and 2 are the same thing, agree? So that's going to cancel that. So I get 2a over here, and then I get x plus y over here. It's not over any, well, it's over 1, but anything over 1 is itself. How do I get y by itself now? Yeah, there you go. Subtract x from both sides. So I wind up with y equals 2a minus x. Is that okay? Anyone stuck on that? So again, this is going along with your homework, yes? Number 8, I want to get y by itself. I guess technically all you have to do is say, hey, add 2 to both sides. So I get y equals 1/2 parentheses x plus 4 plus 2. You technically have solved for y at that point. I imagine if that was a multiple choice question, I would have done this. I would have distributed here. And half of 4 is 2. And then I'm going to combine those together so then I can get this. So which answer is right? Well, the blue bottom answer is the one that I'd probably put as a multiple choice, but I would accept this answer right here if it was on the written part. Why is that? Well, it has to solve for y, so all I have to do is move something over. Doesn't matter that I still have parentheses. I had y all by itself. We good? Number 9. I want to get n by itself. I think first thing I probably would do is subtract 3 from both sides. And then what? Yeah, by 7, right? N equals 56. Done. Okay. Okay, what's our problem on number 10? We do have a fraction. We have multiple y's, correct? So let's do this. Let's go 1/4 times 8 and 1/4 times negative 12. What is 1/4 of 8? 4 goes into 8 how many times? Twice. So you get 2y, and then the minus comes down. What's 1/4 of 12? How many times? 3. Good. Okay. Why didn't I distribute 1/4 to the 3y? Yeah.
Because it's not in the parentheses.
Perfect. Thank you.
In the parentheses.
In parentheses. All right. So I'm trying to solve for y. Do I have multiple y values up there right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I combine this and this together? And if so, what would they combine to get this? 5y. And then, what do I do? Plus 3, good. What do I do?
That's 25.
Y equals 5. What do you think?
Good.
A okay?
Yes.
Okay. Is it okay if I move on?
Yes.
No.
Are you serious?
Number 11. Oh, okay. Wait, I skipped X. Do we have multiple x's up there?
Yes.
Do we have x on both sides of the equal sign?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go ahead and start working this problem out. Something you definitely want to make sure you distribute is the negative here and here. So the 18x comes down as is. What's negative 4 times 3? negative 4 times negative 1? Plus 4, good. And then on this one, I want to make sure I distribute the 3 here and here. That gives me 6x plus 18, and then subtract 14. Agree? I still have like terms. That's the like term. So now I get 6x over here plus 4 equals 6x plus 4. So if you don't see it yet, you might choose to say, well, I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides. So I wind up with 4 equals 4, which is totally true, right? So if it's true, how many solutions would this result in? Infinite. Thank you. Good job. Everyone okay? Okay. Number 12. This is the one they wanted us to, I think it said something like your friend did go to work. Can you see if it was correct or not?
Well, that one's so easy.
Here's your mistake, though. That does not result in this. So this should have been this. 5x plus 30. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna bring this down a little bit just so we can see it a little bit better.
I think you can hide that sidebar.
Probably could.
What
Why
side?
don't you?
I don't know.
There's still.
5x plus 30. Does everyone feel comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I did not combine. Now I can combine. Here's a like term and a like term on the same side. So if I subtract this, I wind up with 5x is equal to 10. Divide each side by 5. X is equal to 2. Which is a very different answer than this. So the goof up on this problem would have been here. And notice you made the goof up all the way at the very top and unfortunately carried the error all the way through the problem. So the rest of this problem is actually incorrect on this side. The other side is the correct one. Was that the last of the problem?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the last. There was no more even on my sheet of slides? Oh, cool. Okay. All right. So this is what I would like to do. This is my plan. So I would like you to hand in page 19 and 20. Make sure your name is on it. And if you're handing anything else in, go ahead and hand it in. So hand in now. Okay? Then also, please listen up. You then have the notes. You have the notes what we just did, right? So what I would like you to do is, while I'm talking to people individually, just kind of about grades, I want the rest of you to use this as classwork time. So I want you to work on page 21 and 22. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that I want to make very clear, I have a sub tomorrow. I've mentioned this a lot of times. My expectation with a sub is, one, I want to give you a video that goes the whole time. I might throw a little silly story in there just to kind of make sure it fills the whole time. I don't want you to have to deal with the sub, really. I want the sub to say, here's your notes, find his video, and then you're just chilling, watching the video, doing the notes, and then you get to go after that. Freddie, what you got?
Move around.
I would bet you the best thing to do is stay where you're at. But I would totally be in 100% support saying, you know what? I'm going to lay on the floor right there, right there, right there, lean against the wall or something like that. I think that would be totally appropriate.
Okay.
Cool? Is that all right? But like during the notes, I don't think you need to go from there to there to there to there to there. I think, but if you wanted to be like, you know what, I'm just going to chill and watch these notes, I think that'd be totally appropriate. Is that cool? All right. Now, I also have to warn you, you know that my potty policy is if you go potty, you just have to take care of yourself. Because the sub doesn't know all the policies, they're probably going to say, hey, you have to check in with them before you go to the bathroom. Is that cool? So normally with me, you're fine to go, yeah, I have all the high schools because I was a math science coach for the district for my first couple years in the district. And then I came back here, so I still have them. On the bottom side, I think there's Overland and Eagle Crest, and I got them all. I had to go. I went to every high school just because I was a math science coach. And then you know what I actually found out? This school here, not including me, but this school here has really good math teachers, not including me.
Is there a Regis sticker on there though?
Regis is not in our district. So, yeah, talk to me.
Regis
When
is
you were a
private
kid,
school,
what you
I
want
know
to be
that.
when you grow up?
I wanted to be an orthodontist when I was in high school.
Why?
The main reason?
Yeah.
My orthodontist had a cool car.
Like what?
He had a sweet Jaguar convertible, and I thought it was the coolest car. And so I made the connection saying I wanted to be an orthodontist because my orthodontist drove a cool car. There was no other reasoning behind it saying I think it would be nice to make people's teeth straight. My reasoning was cool car.
They make a lot of money though.
I understand. That's why he had a cool car. So,
Is that the only thing you wanted to be?
so for many years, so from 1974 when we moved to Arizona till 1989, my dad had his own drapery, wallpapering, and carpeting business, and I had full ambitions in taking that over. But unfortunately, in 1989, he filed both corporate and personal bankruptcy, and we lost almost everything. That was my senior year when I was in college, and so everything that was put away for me, savings as far as college goes, was liquidated, and I had to pay for all my own college on my own. Yes, Freddie?
What was your dream car?
Dream car. So, as of today, you know, the Bugatti all day long.
What about
When I was in high school, I was all about the Lamborghini Countach.
What about freshman year?
Freshman year, Lamborghini Countach. Sophomore
What about
year,
fifth grade?
fifth grade, Rolls Royce.
Sixth grade.
Same Rolls Royce.
Seventh.
Rolls Royce.
Eighth.
Rolls.
First.
And then you just heard first, Lamborghini.
Second.
I like second grade.
All the way back, Rolls Royce.
How do you remember?
I don't know. I remember the things. Freddie, what else you got?
Wait,
Who was your-
remember their
wait,
favorite
wait,
car?
Who was your favorite teacher in every grade?
We'll talk about that a different day. All right. So I would like for you all, homework is handed in. I want you to work on page 21 and 22 for the rest of the period. Then I'll talk to you each individually. Cool? And I'm going to get this video